Hey, so now I want to tell you about, the missing piece. So I was dating for over 10 years, and this one thing I think was what kept me from being successful at it. I think this is like really like foundational. So I wanted to share this with you early on because this is like a really important foundational piece that helped me get successful at dating. It's all really a combination of everything, but this is like the baseline foundational stuff. And it's all about opening your heart. It sounds really simple, but it's not as easy, right? Everyone had done it before. But this is like I want to share with you the number one thing that I did to help me do that. It's you might feel like I felt, right? Like dating was kind of scary and nerve wracking, and I had a lot of my shields up, right? My protection. You might have in the past, like me, like gotten your heart broken or your feelings hurt, or you didn't want to have that happen again, right? Have someone not want to go out with you again, or break up with you, or make you, may even make you feel, but just say something that you feel bad about. Like you don't like nobody wants to experience that. So it's like understandable we would be brave and protect ourselves from those kind of things, which can often keep us from opening ourselves to meeting the right people. We're always on the defense. So I had been dating for a long time, and I was doing a lot of the techniques that I was talking about, and like that with the video about the apps and the events. I was doing all the stuff. I was out there. I was meeting people, but nothing was sticking. And so finally, in my 40s, I said, okay, this has got to be me, because I keep doing these same activities and having zero success. And there's plenty of people who are having success. So I was like, what's up? What's going on with me? So I really wanted to dig into this, like, is my heart closed off from love, right? From meeting the right person for me. So I'm going to tell you what I did. This to me is like the spiritual side of dating. So in my mind, there are a couple of aspects to it. You've kind of that make it the perfect marriage, I would say, of approaching it. You got to have the spiritual part and then this practical part. So we're going to talk about both, like in this whole series. But on the spiritual side, like I really went all in. I was like, I need to open my heart. I know I need to. I don't know how. Like if I did, I would have done it, right? So how do I do this? I could use some help. And so I literally probably searched like how to open your heart to dating, and I found this awesome spiritual coach who her name was Christian Strang. She was great. She's not doing this program anymore. This was probably 10 years ago. But she has some really good books, so I'll put some links in the description. Some really fun. She's a great romance writer as well, so she's got these really great books that I love. So just you might want to check her out and see what she's got going on now. But I mentioned before that I had like a practical dating coach, which I'll tell you about in another video in more detail. But Christian was my spiritual dating coach to help me open my heart. And you can work with any coach. There's a lot of different coaches that can help you do this. Honestly, if you look up opening your heart chakra, there'll be a lot of people who can help. But you don't even have to work with maybe a person. You could just listen to some meditations, watch some videos, do a course. There's a lot of different ways to come at it. Read a book. There's a lot of ways, but I really think the essential part is like opening your heart, kind of breaking down those shields that were there for a reason to help protect you from feeling kind of uncomfortable, maybe painful, getting your heart broken. And if you can learn to be okay with the possibility of getting your heart broken, but your heart's still open, right? You're like, that's okay. My heart's resilient. It's I would say tough because it's still like soft and warm and kind, but it's resilient, right? We can handle this. We got this. We got this heart. We can get through any rejections that might happen. No problem, because we're going to keep dating and we're open to more. So it's really just coming from like this really different, open perspective. So I worked with her on that, and it really helped. But I will tell you, the number one thing that really helped was this meditation I did. It sounds so simple, but this to me is the secret sauce, the magic that is really easy, and you can do it too. So it's not a big deal. I'm just going to kind of walk you through it. You could really do this any way you want. You can certainly look up like I mentioned, heart chakra opening meditations, heart opening meditations, how to I think, something like opening your heart to your true love. Like there could be really like specific ones related to dating or relationships. You can search that and find that anywhere. I'll put some links to ones that I like. There's some guided meditations I really enjoyed, so that might be something you want to try. But the gist of it, and the one that helped me the most, and you can do this free form without a guide, right? As you would sit quietly and close your eyes. I like to take like 3 deep breaths, 5 deep breaths, just to get me settled in. And then what you're going to do is visualize being with your true love, your person. But it's not it's more than just visualizing. It's like feeling being with them. So you don't even have to see them, which is great because we don't know who they are, right? I didn't know who my person was or what they looked like, but I knew how I wanted to feel when I was with them and how it felt to be around them. I wanted like that warmth and comfort and maybe a big hug. That to me was something that I really wanted. You might be like, I want to go play and have fun. And, we're doing something, things that are fun together. So however you want to feel when you're with your person, is it like what you're going for? So this meditation, kind of settle down, do your breath, close your eyes, and then just start to imagine where you might be hanging out with them. And it could be something really specific, like a park or on a picnic blanket or riding bikes, and you can be doing anything with them. It could be like we're having a meal. It could be just floating in space. Like honestly, it doesn't matter as long as you're in a space where they can show up. And so you get in your space and kind of your head, whatever that is, and then you just invite them. You say like, hey, I'm really looking forward to meeting you. And you can just kind of in your head, but come on in, like let's hang out. I want to get to know you. And what you're wanting to get to know is their energy, how it feels to be around them. And you might even go into visualizing like, you might start with just kind of like being around them, seeing what that feels like, and imagine it. Again, you don't have to necessarily see them. You might see parts of them, what they're wearing, but maybe not their face. That was me. I rarely saw someone's face, but I could see maybe what their body shape might be like, or how it felt to be hugged, that kind of stuff, hold hands or whatever feels good to you. Start to imagine that. And then you can say something to them. So you can say, I've been wanting to say this to you. I'm really excited about meeting you. Whatever. I'm looking forward to a relationship like this. Whatever you want to tell them whatever you want. Then you can take a minute and say, is there anything you'd like to tell me? And listen to see if anything comes through, anything shows up, what they want to say to you. And you do this meditation often, so it can change every time, right? So you listen, and then you're like, thanks so much for spending time with me. And I look forward to seeing you again. I'm excited about seeing you again. And you go your separate ways. And your meditation is over, open your eyes, and you're done. And the cool thing is that you can do this over and over. So the real goal to me was like, by doing this meditation regularly, I started to get a feel for what this person was like and how it felt to be around them. And so what it helps you do is identify when they do show up, right? So that's the magic. It's like when you'll see them and you're around them for real in real life, you're going to know it's them. You're going to be like, oh, I feel the way I felt in the meditation. I think this might be my person. So I'm going to, investigate this one further. It'll also help you, which ones people don't feel that way. Now, it might take a few dates for you to kind of sense that, but it's the point where it can kind of help you click. It's just kind of a magical thing. And what I also love about it is that it they say, you can call someone in, but this, in theory, maybe that person's not available right now. Maybe they're engaged, maybe they're married, they're getting divorced, or maybe they live in a different land. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're far away and they're just not here yet. So this is a way for you to connect with them before they get here. I mean, that's the concept too. And I really like that because it made it seem possible to me, that they're not right here right now. And maybe they're still in a relationship. I don't know. But by doing this practice, I can connect to their spirit, their soul, in this other ether space. We can connect to other places so that we get to know each other and meet each other before we actually meet each other in person. So it's kind of a big concept, but I just loved it. And it really helped me know that, like, when I met John, I was like, you would see the external things like, oh, you work in finance, have all these things like, oh, you live here, those like tangible, like things on the list. But when you get to be around them and know how they feel, that's where you can really recognize it. Like, this is a person I would say, dreaming of, right? This is the person I was meeting. My spirit was meeting their spirit up the spirit world or wherever, on a blanket somewhere in my imagination. And we were meeting and hanging out. So it's it's a really simple thing, just meditating on being with your true love. And there's a lot of ways you can do it, but I just found that to be my number one. So hopefully that's helpful and you can try it. Again, I'll link some meditations. And you can always look for, if you want to go deeper into that opening your heart, like, that's a great practice. It's great for dating or anything, honestly. It helps all of your relationships with people, the world, anything. So it's not going to be a waste of time if you dig in there. So like I did. So feel free, find yourself, a mentor or coach that might help you with that. Maybe a group, and just kind of peel back the layers on that, I would say, spiritual, emotional side that really It needs to be on point to get you, to make dating easier for you. It'll make it a lot easier. You won't feel the resistance and the struggle because you'll have been much more open to being there on those dates and exploring and being curious about what's happening instead of, what's going to happen next. So that's it. The meditation, meeting your beloved in another space before you even meet them so that you could recognize them when they show up. So I hope that works for you. This is just part, there's a lot of other things I've added to the mix. So we're going to keep talking about it in the series because there's also some practical things. But this to me is like the numero uno foundation. So hopefully you try it. Let me know if you try any of these meditations or anything. Let me know in the comments. I would love it. And if you like and subscribe to this video, that would be great because I'll be putting out some more with more tips that are practical, some spiritual, some ahas that I had along this journey of being single until I was 47. And it was a lot of fun. I learned a ton. So I'm excited to share it with y'all.